Hello, lovers of beauty. I pray that today finds you all in the best of health, wealth, and spirit. Jumping right in, back with the backyard. This tree in particular is one that I like to go in and cut down as much as possible, particularly at the bottom. And that is because we are in a rural area, so snakes tend to, I don't know, they tend to like this tree. So I like to have it where I can see them should they exist there, as I do not want to walk up on them or have or even provide a space for them to hide. I actually thought we'd lost this tree. We apparently failed to turn on the soaker hose as much as we needed to when we moved in, and it died out. The only thing that remained was a stump, which still exists in the middle. But over the years, it came back, and I'm so grateful because she actually is such a beautiful part of the yard.
What do you mean? We gonna watch. Oh, I bought padding for the chairs, remember? I said they were coming in today.
As I continue with cutting away the branches at the bottom of the tree to expose that space, I also like to concentrate on pruning in order to pull the beauty out of the tree. So I will continue to pick and pull at the leaves as well as cut off branches in order to shape and mold the tree. At my rock garden, I want to focus on weeding out some of the grass. In hope of making it easier for me to pull the grass out, I decided to go ahead and irrigate. the grass now weeded out, I wanted to focus on moving the rocks around throughout the rock garden. A few years back, I decided that I would no longer use mulch in my backyard, specifically in my garden space. I came to that decision because of the number of lizards that I would see within the mulch at the garden. I felt that they were attracted to the mulch somehow, and I can attest that since I have switched to the rocks, I do not see the lizards in my garden space, my patio area, or my dining space, and that has been well worth the investment in a rock garden. I like to go in with the rake to distribute the rocks around throughout the garden in hopes of not over purchasing, because I will buy an additional bags of rocks, but it helps to go ahead and try to evenly distribute what I already have. It does help to ensure that I do not over purchase and end up with extra bags unnecessarily. This Spanish dagger took a big hit during the snowstorm this year. Last year, it did just fine. It survived of all of them. All of the other three, I think for the most part, are new from the due to the snowstorm hit it took the prior year. But this one, this year, which was my largest, it had grown the best. It was taken out this year by the snowstorm. So I was contemplating whether to go ahead and leave it until I am able to replace it because the daggers are still prickly. So it was still a good form of security to have at the window. However, it just looked bad with the others being so full and green and pretty. So I decided to go ahead and remove it.
apparently I have disturbed a vicious ant bed. So I'm stopping right there, at least for now. I'm gonna go see if I can find something there to kill them.
I was able to locate some ant killer at the utility shed, so I put that down and moved on to this tree stump that is at the house. I have tried to let this tree grow in the past, and it just did not look right in this corner. It just looked out of place. And actually, it seemed to bring about critters. So I decided to go ahead and cut it down. I try to keep it cut down every year. There are also sticker bushes that grow behind the AC unit. I go in and I cut them out as well. Another benefit of switching from the mulch to rocks is when it would rain, the rain would sweep the mulch out of its place from the flower garden to wherever. That is specifically what I am cleaning out from back there behind the AC unit and in that corner. All done, and it looks so much better. Well worth my efforts. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put in place to replace the large Spanish dagger that was at the end. I'm going to go look, of course, to see if I can find one, but I think these are seasonal. I think I tend to pick them up during the fall, but I'm going to give it a try and see if I can find one, and if so, of course, I'll definitely replace it. But for right now, it still looks better than what it did with the old one having died out. So I see a few bricks I need to correct, but other than that, I'm really happy. It looks better. The grass is out. Rocks distributed better. So happy with that. My dog enjoying the tree shade there, and I'm happy with my tree. It looks so much cleaner, and I definitely will be able to see if there are any snakes there. All right, guys, that is it. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you've gotten some inspiration, some motivation. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And as always, continued blessings to you all. Bye bye, guys.